What's up YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and today I'm going to answer a Twitter question I had the other day from Twitter user Lost and Found. His question was, how do I use this right here, this plugin Tonespace 2 in Logic Pro to control my other synths so I can play chords? Now, just to preface that kind of question, Tonespace 2 is a cool little audio unit, which is free by the way. I'll post the link in the more info section below the video, that allows you to basically have smart instruments in Logic Pro, just as you would on your iPad or iPhone using the GarageBand smart instruments. It allows you to audition and play chords. It basically generates chords for you within a scale, trigger chords, and all that kind of good stuff. So it really is an extensive piece of software, and it's free. And I'm going to put that, like I said, that link in the more info section to Tonespace 2 so you can download it and put it into Logic. But the one problem with Tonespace is that it kind of just, I'm just going to put in a scale here. It only allows you to play the sounds that's within Tonespace. But I'm going to show you how to use Tonespace with other audio units in Logic Pro. So with that said, let's get straight to the tutorial. Sorry, at the beginning it was a little bit long, but I sort of have to preface it. So we're going to basically create smart instruments in Logic Pro using Tonespace, and I'll have this control my other instrument. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is bring in a Finder window so we can travel and navigate to the Applications folder. Alright, so now that I got my Applications folder open, I'm gonna go to our Utilities folder and then open up Audio MIDI Setup. This window will open right here, and then go to the top, go to Window, and go Show MIDI Window. This will pop up right here, your MIDI Studio. Basically what you want to do is make sure your IAC driver is turned on. So all you have to do is double click it and make sure it says right here, device is online. So if it's not ticked, make sure it's ticked. So IAC driver is online. We'll close that, close that, close that, and we're going to go back into our Logic window right here, and we're ready for step 2. All right, so step 2 basically create those software instrument tracks. So I already got my Tonespace track open right here. I'm going to create another software instrument track, and I'm going to bring in a piano on this track. So I'm going to go acoustic pianos, pop piano, just so we can hear the chords nicely. Take that out right there. So now I got my Tonespace right here, and I got my piano track right here. The next step we got to do is hit Apple 8 on our keyboard. This will bring up our I'm just going to close all these windows here. This will bring up our environment window. Basically what you want to do is go from our Tonespace track and pull that into our piano track like this. And then close that. Alright, so the next step we got to do is open up Tonespace. And then we're going to basically tell Tonespace, hey, control my piano right here. So every time I hit a key on my Tonespace, it's going to control my EXS24 sampler instrument that has a piano samples laid out across the keyboard. And then we're going to play some nice chords using Tonespace, even though we might not know these chords. All right, so here's my Tonespace right here. If I go ahead and play that right now, it's playing the Tonespace sounds, which is not good, not what we want. So the first step we got to do is basically just select some of these things right here. So this is all okay. Mouse trigger, no. We're going to want MIDI trigger note. So we're going to actually want our virtual keyboard, in this case, to trigger a note in Tonespace. The next one we want to do is play chord in root of key. Okay, that's fine. Our MIDI in is going to be our caps lock keyboard. So if you don't see that, we're just going to go ahead to our caps lock keyboard and select that. And bring that in over here. Our next one we're going to change is our MIDI out. We don't want it to be the built-in synth, because right now all we have is this. We want our MIDI out to be our IAC driver that we created before we started this whole process. And then change that to IC bus driver. And now if you hit a chord on your keyboard, you can see I'm just hitting one key on my virtual keyboard, and it's actually playing a chord triggered by Tonespace, sending that MIDI data into my EXS24 piano instrument. And And that's basically a smart instrument in Logic Pro. Pretty cool. This is a free plugin, so I thought I'd show you guys. And then once you've done that, you can just go ahead and close Tonespace. Kind of audition some of these chords that you have in the scale. And then you just go ahead and record that. And then just go quantize that, and there you go. And that is how you use Tonespace in Logic Pro to basically create your own smart instrument to control any synth sounds, piano sounds, whatever sounds you want. Basically pull this up, you can create some chords nicely in a scale, and that will play it out for you just following these simple steps I just showed you. If you have any questions on this, you can ask me in the comment section, and like Lost and Found, you can ask me on Twitter at I'm a Music Mogul. And for more great videos, always remember to subscribe, as they are always coming. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.